Hello, beautiful children of the stars. Today, upon popular demand, we're going to continue to talk about the negative soul group of the Draconians, symbolized by this reptilian eye. And we're going to talk about the methods that they are using every day to control us. And I'm going to tell you at the end of the video what you can do to get rid of this. So, you are divine. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'm so happy that you're here watching this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting this channel. Let's get right into it. Draconian control methods. We know that the soul group of the Draconians is negative. Most Draconians, over 98%, living in human bodies, incarnated amongst us, not only in the high up royal families, the ones who are in power, as I talked about it, but also Draconians incarnate in regular families, in regular people. So you may have neighbors, family members, friends, colleagues who are negatively oriented Draconian souls. Now there's many other negatively oriented souls from other soul groups, but we're specifically talking about the Draconians because this is what has been my experience, people that I work with, my clients, family members. I've experienced some of this myself. So what is the number one control mechanism or kind of technology that the Draconians use to control us? It's this. And this is something which you kind of already know about. These are demonic entities. Demonic entities, okay? I know this is not a very nice subject, guys, right? Like, it's not my favorite subject, but in light of what we're going through as a collective, I feel called to go down the path of talking about this, even though I don't like it, but I got to step up. I have to step up as a light worker. We all have to step up and look at things that are not so pretty. So that's why I'm going down this road. So demonic entities, negative energies, attachments, possessions, stalking, attaching negative entities. That is what the Draconians specifically use. So a lot of us human beings have negative entities attached. These are basically not human souls. These are other beings. They are dark beings that reside in the negative astral realms and also further, negative 4D, negative 5D, negative 60. So basically, as we go up in vibration, we have the fourth dimension, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. We have high vibrational dimensions, and as we go down, everything is inverted. As above, so below. We have the negative astral realms, and then we have negative dimensions, which I call hell, right? We have heaven, we have hell. So basically, the demonic entities, they reside in 4D. That is, they are very close to us. They are in the astral realms. We cannot see them. They are energetic beings. So what happens is the Draconians, the negative Draconians, actually have command over a vast army of these, okay? And this is a little bit like, I know this is a horrible picture, but if you imagine as above, so below, in the higher realms, we have teams of spirit guides, we have very benevolent beings. So in the lower realms, we have legions of malevolent beings, of negative beings. And the Draconians basically are souls who are the most powerful. They're kind of the masters of the negative realm. They're the masters of this realm. And so they also are the masters of, and they control a lot of other negative soul groups. We talked about the Greys, the Anunnaki as well, and the whole realm of negative beings that are not souls that incarnate, but that are entities, that are demons. They're just, I don't even know how to describe them, but I think you know what I mean. So they're actually masters, and they have a lot of demonic entities at their disposal that they attach to certain creations that they make. Okay, some examples are very negatively oriented movies, TV series, news, I would say negative news. So some of these creations are made directly by the Draconians, some are not. Some are creations that are made by people who are controlled by the Draconians, if you know what I mean. So whenever there is a negative creation that has a lot of fear and terror involved, very negative pictures, those types of things, these actually have demons attached to them energetically. And if you consume these movies, TV series, news, if you really infiltrate or let it infiltrate you energetically, if in the 4D realm, remember this picture, this drawing that I always have of 3D, 4D, 5D, right? We are here on planet Earth, 3D. The fourth dimension is the collective consciousness. So a lot of these things that I'm talking about, for example, are creations that cause a certain energy, and they cause information to be consumed by you that is kind of like, you can imagine, as a negative energetic cloud, and attached to that cloud are little demons. Okay? Demonic entities. My drawings aren't so great today, but I think you know what I mean. So these demons are attached to the energy of very negative information. So when you buy into this, let's say you're consuming a TV series that has to do with Draculas or the zombies, the Walking Dead, all of that. And let's say you watch it over and over again and you buy into it and you really get into this. It has an addictive, riling up kind of energy, and you keep watching it and you keep watching it. It causes trauma. It does cause trauma, subconsciously or consciously. And when you are creating or allowing this to create trauma in you, your vibration lowers, right? So these very negative ideas, constructs, visions, no matter what it is, if it's news, books, any kind of media, computer games, I'm gonna make a whole video about that, right? All those cause you to lower your vibration and create trauma. And when you're at this vibration, okay, let's see, this is the world. When your vibration goes very low, minus 4D, you start to really tap into and move into the negative astral realms, okay? The negative astral realms. And that's where these demons can attach to you. They're waiting for you. Oh, there's another one who's like really buying into this, and whoosh, you allow them to attach to you because you're opening yourself up to these horrible concepts. You're getting traumatized. Your energy field is being ripped open. You're like this, and that's where they can get in. So demonic entities attach to you, and they start to run programs within you, and they start to make you think things that are not your own. They start to make you do things that are not typical, and they really change you. They change you. I mean, demonic entities always have negative running programs, and they are bad. Now, the news and the media is not the only way that the Draconians send you demonic entities. Any kind of trauma or negative experience that you have, many times caused by the Draconians, also has demonic entities attached to it. So a lot of times if you join an organization and that is being infiltrated from above to cause you to do negative things, to cause you to not feel yourself, to cause you to be someone who you're not. And obviously, if you start going into any direction where you feel unbalanced, where you feel fear, where you are traumatized, then boom, the demonic entities can attach. So it's not only the trauma in the moment that is happening, it is the demonic entities that are attaching to you, into your energy field, that are latching on, that are possessing you. It happens a lot that positively oriented souls are born to Draconian parents, And this happens through karmic ties and bonds that they've had with them lifetime after lifetime, so they have influence. It happens a lot that if you have past life karma, if you have contracts, if you just have made many negative choices for yourself, you're very susceptible to come into contact with these negative beings. And they traumatize you to the point that you're not only traumatized, but that you get these demonic entities attached to you, which work for the Draconians to keep you in a place of terror and negative habits, that keep you in a place of trauma, so that you cannot easily regain your power, so they can keep drawing energy from you. Because that's what negative souls do. Negative souls do not have a divine life force energy line anymore. They need to take energy from others. They don't have a divine power line, right? We have a divine power line. So we receive energy from the divine. Negative souls don't. And the negative Draconian soul group loves to receive their life force energy from others. That's why you feel drained when you're around a Draconian. That's why they are the narcissists. They're the ones who always take more than they give. And they love to use all kinds of manipulation. And part of it is having demonic entities attached to you that cause you to be powerless, so they can then take more energy from you. Okay, now it's an interesting thing, and this is kind of like a technology that they have, and I've talked about this before in a few videos, so if you've heard this story before, bear with me. It's the story of me receiving a demonic entity from a Draconian when I was in the local swimming pool. Okay. I like to go swimming. Well, before the lockdown, before the quarantine, when the pools were still open, I used to go swimming all the time, and there was a Draconian there. And it's also because I wanted to meet a Draconian. I wanted to see a Draconian. I love to go starseed watching in the pool, and that's another part of the puzzle. What you focus on, what you want to manifest, that will come to you. And maybe in a way that you don't want it to. So I was thinking, I want to know more about Draconian souls. I'd like to just see one so I can observe them, so I can kind of know what their energy is like. And what happened a couple of weeks later, boom, this big, strong, very, very apparent Draconian man sits there in front of me in the sauna. A predator. And I knew it, and I was like, oh, my heart was beating, and we had a little bit of a power struggle. I don't know if this Draconian was conscious that he was a Draconian soul. And another question answered. A lot of you are asking, are Draconians aware that they are Draconian souls? I would say yes and no, exactly like us, starseeds. The more highly conscious one are understanding that we are starseeds, and we know which ones we are. When we search, the most powerful, highly conscious Draconians, especially the ones who are in the royal families, the ones who have a lot of power, they know who they are. They know exactly who they are. Some may know that they are something different, more powerful, and they don't know exactly the whole starseed paradigm. And there's a lot of Draconian souls who don't know that they are negative. They don't know what they are. They're not sure. They probably will feel that life is very difficult. There's something wrong with life. There's something wrong with them. They live in a lot of trauma. They have a lot of problems. There's a lot of stuff happening to them all the time. But that's because they are negative souls. That's their paradigm. That's how they live. So a lot do not know that they are Draconian souls. When they are born, they forget, just like we forget, right? But the most powerful ones, they remember pretty fast, and their families make sure they know who they are. So the technology that they have, which is an automatic thing, this is what happened. When this man left the sauna, I made sure that I didn't leave. Like, there was him, there was me, and the energy was broiling like this. I was hyperventilating. I was keeping calm because I had not really been in the presence of a Draconian like this very consciously before, right? So, It was tough for me. I was like, my emotions were boiling up and I was feeling it all, and I was feeling his energy. It was, wow, it was horrible. Anyways, he was feeling it too. I knew it because he looked at me, he got up and he left. I saw him a few more times after that. And the last time I saw him, I thought, okay, I want to do a little bit of research. I want to check him out in the Akashic records afterwards, and I want to know a little more. That was the mistake. I gave him my attention. As he was leaving, I stretched out just a little bit of an energetic thread to hold onto him. So I said, oh, I just want to grab his energy signature. That's what I did. I grabbed his energy signature to later check him out. That was the mistake. I reached out to him. I wanted to see a Draconian came. I wanted to catch his energy signature. I did. That night, I went into the Akashic records. I checked him out. Yes, negative Draconian, yes. That night I had a really, really, really bad nightmare. The worst nightmare. Like, it was such an attack. I woke up. Oh my God, how can I dream something so horrible? I knew the dream was not coming from me. It wasn't my own dream. And I knew immediately that this was a little demon that he had sent along that energy thread that I had requested from him. So I don't think he was a conscious Draconian, but this is the technology. This is the method that they have. If you reach out to them, if you open yourself out to them, they will send little demons that are around them. I feel that they have demons ready at their disposal. Just as we, beings of light, we have angels and guides. And when we pray for someone, we ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, we ask the angels to heal our beloved family. So just as we have angels and guides at our disposal, they have demons at their disposal. Right? And when you open yourself up to them, they send them to you and they see if they can attach and they see if they can infiltrate, especially if you're a person of the light. And that's what happened. So the technology that they have is automatic demonic entity deployment. Okay? So that's what they do as well. So it's a good idea to keep away from negative Draconian souls. Okay? It's a very good idea. There's no point trying to send light and love. There's no point trying to change them, or it's just stay away. That's my recommendation. Stay away, step back, withdraw your energy, close your energy, don't focus on them, don't make yourself be seen, don't open yourself up. And things don't attach to me anymore unless I open myself, and that's the last time I had a demonic attachment or an entity attachment or a psychic attack in a long time. So that's how I figured out what their technology was. So if you have someone around who's very negative, who you think may be a Draconian soul, right? It's just close yourself. Do not give them attention. Do not give them thought. Do not give them the time of the day. You have to close yourself and just, right? Just, that's the best thing to do. All right. Don't be like me, curious, wanting to know more. I know it's a very seductive, addictive kind of energy that the Draconians have sometimes. They can be very charming, very charismatic. It can be very interesting. Ooh, you know, the dark, what's going on? And we want to know a little bit more and we're sucked in. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Stay away. Stay away. Now the next thing, and this is a big one. It's a kind of Draconian technology, and these are Etheric Viruses. Okay? An etheric virus. Okay? So, this is very interesting. The etheric viruses are engineered viruses by the Draconians that are not visible. So they're energetic viruses. They're viruses, but they're not on a 3D physical level. They are 4D viruses. 4D viruses. The problem is they can infect a 3D body and they can cause harm. And it's an interesting thing. You can be infected by an etheric virus. It's usually through contact, usually through sexual transmission from a negative soul that also has this virus. That's the main way that you can be infected. And this is created by the Draconians, and they let it loose. So what happens is that this virus, they're actually kind of like miniature Draconians. They're like mini-me's of the Draconians that are infiltrated into the etheric body of a person. And this causes long-term disease and illness. This causes illnesses that we can't really pinpoint. I feel this causes a lot of illnesses like chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, chronic pain, and you don't know where it's from. Often you get this etheric virus when you are at a very low level, where you are being traumatized, where you are buying into powerless situations. Many times this can be transmitted to you if you're in a relationship with a person who's very negative, who's actually holding you down, who's treating you very badly. It often comes with some form of abuse. So I feel that the etheric viruses are transmitted by a negative person, but you have to kind of buy into it, okay? With these etheric things, especially with these demons, with everything that's happening that they deploy, you have to buy into it. You have to be open to it. You have to accept it. So when you're at a very low vibration with these demons, you're very low, and you are actually perpetuating trauma and fear within yourself, and that's why they can attach, and you're saying yes to them. And if you're in a negative, bad relationship and you're staying there, and you are accepting abuse, then you're accepting this etheric virus, and it could wreak havoc. I had one. I had one from a very negative, horrible person I was in a relationship with. I'm going to talk about that in another video. He gave me this etheric virus. This was a person deployed by the Draconians. He wasn't Draconian himself. He was negative, but he was deployed. He came into my life. He was sent by the Draconians to take me down. This was years back, right? To take my light, to stop me from being a light worker. He gave me this etheric virus, and that started some low-level symptoms, low-level energy drain over the years that got worse and worse. And I cleared this. And since I cleared this, these symptoms have gone. They've gone away. They've left, right? These symptoms got really, really bad. And for me, it was heart palpitations. It was general unwell-being. It was just extreme tiredness. It was different symptoms up to the point where I started having shooting pain through my whole body. And when that happened, that was when I cleared it, shortly after that. So you could have an etheric virus, which is a beautiful control mechanism from their point of view, to keep people at a very low energy, to keep people depleted, to keep people from truly doing things to change the world or stepping into their true power. Because if you're always tired, always feeling sick, always in pain, what can you do? You're just surviving. So that is a very tricky, very mean way of controlling people. A couple of other control mechanisms. We don't have much space here. Let's see if we can wipe some of this off. Of course, they love to do mind control. They love to manipulate. So they love to bring people into illusions, negative thought forms of all kinds. They love to run programs, subconscious programs in your mind, right? Etheric, I would say etheric programs. These are just different types of programs, illusions, belief systems. Also, I can say spells. They love to cause mass spells. I feel right now we're under a mass spell caused by the media. So they can cast spells over you. They can be very magnetic, so they can truly just deceive you and confuse you. So those are a lot of these methods where they mess with your mind, and they mess with your belief system, and they mess with your autonomy to make you do what they want, to keep you under control. So the question is, what can you do about it? If you feel you have one or maybe all of these things on top of you, what can you do? The first thing is create awareness that you are creator, you are the creator of your reality. And if you do not want any negative entities, illusions, viral entities, etheric viruses, any negative programs, any spells on you, if you don't want this, you can ask your team of light to help you release them and get rid of them. Okay, you can clear yourself. Okay, so it's very easy. You can just do a little ritual, just ask. If you don't know who is up there, ask the archangels. The archangels are safe. Ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to come in and help you clear these and say them by name. Say them by their name. Make a little ritual of it. And then just state your own empowerment and do this for 7 days. I would say 21 days is better, but for 7 days every day, stand in your power and say, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, I ask you to come and help me get rid of any entities that are attached to me. I'm a sovereign divine being. I choose not to be under the influence of any entities. All the entities you must leave now. I choose to be free from any etheric viruses. All etheric viruses you must leave now. I choose to open my eyes to divine truth. Any spells, etheric programs, subconscious programs, negative thought forms, illusions. I ask you to dissipate yourselves now. Thank you so much. So this is the type of work that you can do, okay? I just did a little example, and you can do this. Of course, I encourage you to do other energy work. Work on this a little bit. Start your daily meditation practice of empowerment, bringing in the light. Visualize light cleansing you of everything, and just state your sovereignty again and again, right? So the awareness is everything. As soon as you're aware of something that, oh, there's something not quite right, what's going on? That's step one. Step two is just stating that these must go, that you no longer want to be under this influence because you're the divine creator of your existence, right? So it's actually quite easy to rid yourself of negativity if you know that it's there. And then obviously, if you are still in the vicinity of these negative Draconians, just get out of there, okay? Get them out of your life. Leave. If you can't leave right now, what works really well is focusing your attention away from them completely, focusing on what you want, and then at some point you will be able to leave. Even if you have parents who are negative Draconian souls, who you feel are sucking your energy, do what's good for you. Do what's good for you. If you are in that abusive relationship, if you are with someone, no matter if at work or your partner, who you feel is a negative Draconian soul who's using these control methods, what's stopping you from leaving? Whatever you think is stopping you from leaving is one of their control mechanisms, is an illusion, right? You have the right to live how you want, where you want, with whom you want. So make sure you start taking action and not always just taking the easiest route, you know. Getting out of your comfort zone is sometimes required to free yourself. We can't always just stay in our comfort zone. We want everything to be the same all the time and empower ourselves. No, sometimes we have to make choices for us. You have to make the best choice for you. That is really, really important, okay? Doing your daily empowerment, bringing in the light, protection to prevent any of this is also very important. So do your light work and then you will be safe, okay? All right, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you think you have any of these. I always want to know what you feel and what you think. Thank you so much. Natasha, Cosmic Empress. Love you all. Bye-bye.